Hey everybody, my name is Raj. I'm the founder of Young Mountain Tea, and we're coming to you from our dining room. This is the second video intended to help you develop your at-home tea practice. And if you want to know about the first, that was using white tea from Kumaon and ginger to make a lovely way to start the day. Now we're going to do the afternoon version, which is using Golden Black tea from Nepal, our Nepali Golden Black, and cinnamon. So to get things started, we've got things laid out. The first step is to start with a house plant. Always start with something green, just to make things look prettier. And then we have our teapot, the 2 teacups we're going to use, cinnamon, we're going to use powdered cinnamon, and then the tea itself, which we keep in this canister. It's a black tea from Nepal. And the reason we really like this drink is because the Nepali Golden Black tea by nature has a lot of dark chocolatey sweet notes. It's a fairly complex black tea by most standards. And so the ability to sort of complement the tastes that are already there with a little bit of cinnamon, not too much, but just a little bit, really helps to flesh out the full flavor in the cup. And so to do this, all we're going to do is start by boiling water in our kitchen, adding a little bit of cinnamon water, bringing that to boil, and then adding that to our teapot. So it's a really simple recipe, and we hope you enjoy it. Now we are in the kitchen and we have boiled our water. How much water? Let me tell you. If you want to make 2 cups of tea, then you have to budget a little bit for the evaporation that's going to naturally happen as the water boils. So budget an extra cup of water for however much tea you want to make. So we wanted to make 2 cups of tea, so we're adding 3 cups of water that we brought to boil. And now, once it's at boil, we're going to add our cinnamon. Cinnamon, a little bit goes a long way. So for these 2 cups of tea, we're going to just use half a teaspoon. Half a level teaspoon. Raise the lid and add the cinnamon in. And then cut the heat. And then just to make sure things get thoroughly mixed, we're going to just use a ladle to lightly stir the cinnamon in. Because this is a black tea, we want to use tea that's just off boil, so just a little bit of time with the cinnamon in the water should be plenty. And to give it just a little bit of time, as that's sitting together, I'm going to then put together the tea into the teapot. So again, we're using our Golden Black. Roughly this tea we use 2.5 grams of tea per 8 ounces of water. This teapot's a little non-standard. So rather than tell you the exact amount, we'll just show you. We use 2 of these little shovelfuls. This is definitely not a precise thing, but rather based upon your experience and what you like, and the fact that we're using cinnamon, which we want to complement the tea but not dominate it, also leads to a little bit more tea leaf than you would use for just making tea if you were to drink it without anything added. But that's that, and now grab the cinnamon water. There's something that just sounds good about cinnamon water too, right? And here we go. You can see the water's already heavily colored, so we're gonna have a very dark infusion as the cinnamon playing in. And I'm not gonna filter the cinnamon out, just gonna let it all sit together. This is one of the teapots where there's a filter built into the lid, so it'll get poured out. It'll get filtered as we pour it out. Okay, now the tea has been steeping for about 3 minutes, and we want the tea to steep total time for 4 minutes. That's a standard amount of time for a black tea. And you do the same whether or not you're adding other things to it, like in this case, cinnamon. And yeah, what we really like about this style of tea is that it's a really nice after meal sort of finish. It's the same way people might drink espresso if you're a coffee drinker. A cinnamon spiced black tea is a really nice finish, and the nice thing about cinnamon is it's anti-inflammatory, so it kind of helps things, helps seal the meal a little bit. So I usually like to drink this in the afternoons or in the evenings, and hope that you will as well, and let's go for it. we'll just pour off the here so you can see a little bit of the color. It's this beautiful amber that's been a little bit sort of touched up. You can see that it's not totally clear, and that's the cinnamon that's in it. I actually really like to let this tea, I like to drink it hot, but I also like to let it cool down. It tastes really good hot or cold. And that's it. Oh my gosh, the aromas. I'm getting blasted by all this wonderful, natural, fruity, chocolatey notes of the Golden Black with the cinnamon spicy zip. And looking forward to it. So here you go, Brian. Here's one cup for you, here's one cup for me, and cheers to cups that you're gonna have at home.
Cheers.